All right, we're speaking to Yeo Yann Yann this morning. She's a Malaysian actress. Thank you so much, Yann Yann, for speaking to us on LITE.
Good morning, Belinda. Good morning, JD.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, first of all, I think big congratulations for being nominated for Best Actress at the 2020 International Emmy Awards. I mean, we're so proud of you as Malaysians to have someone up there nominated for an international award.
Thank you.
Now, before we get to the award, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you got your start in acting.
Wow.
At what age did you know you wanted to do this as a career?
When I was in performing arts school, we did a project, and I actually wrote down the little bit of things. I did a recalling. I think it was when I was like about 6 years old. I was watching a film in my little kampong in Kukuk. You know those times when you have a videotape player, you seldom have one, and when you play a film, the whole village, all the little kids will come and join you and watch the film together. And I remember in the film, a little girl was reading a poetry for someone who passed, and she was crying while she was reading it, and I was touched. At this young age, I was very touched, and I started to cry. My tears just can't stop flowing, and I try to wipe it. I hoping no one sees me crying. So one thought came to my mind: if I'm the little girl in that little box, then I won't be shy. I don't have to be shy to show everyone my tears. So I think that was the first thought of wanting to be in that little TV box or in the film or something. So that was the first thought.
At 6 years old. So
I record that. So,
okay.
yeah.
So growing up, was being an actress the only ambition you had, or did you want to be something else?
I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a police woman.
Really? What? Why?
Of course. I don't know. It's just inspirations. We're inspired to help. We're inspired to save people. Yeah. So. But
at this point, do you
eventually,
still, if this acting thing doesn't work out, do you still ever plan to maybe I should become a policewoman or a nurse?
Oh yeah. Maybe a voluntary policewoman or something.
But the thing is, with acting, you can be a nurse and you can be a policewoman as well, right?
and I get a chance to play policewoman. My very first stage role publicly was a nurse.
There you have it. So you started on stage first, in theatre first.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I started doing play in high school. Before I joined the theatre company in school, I was a windsurfer. I was an athlete. And then later on,
a windsurfer?
Yeah,
I didn't know
We
that.
learned so many new things today.
Okay.
I love the sea.
How good a windsurfer were you?
I'm not that good. I almost represented the school to have competition in Singapore, but we didn't have much funding, so I couldn't go.
Okay. So from windsurfer, you decided maybe the stage is a better option for me.
It's the kind of time when you're growing up and you suddenly realize, oh, I'm a girl. I want to look glamorous sometimes. When I was 16 years old, 17 years old, and then I saw the drama club. I was like, oh, I think this is so fun. I would love to join them. And then I asked the teacher, can I join the drama club? And I did. And then so it's how it started. And then after I graduated from high school, I just went into theatre. And I have this senior who was working in Singapore, and then he called and say, oh, this theatre company is looking for actors. Would you like to come and try? So a whole group of us, 4 or 5 of us, came to Singapore together and auditioned, and we got in. So that's how my first role as a nurse came about.
Did you have any formal acting classes before you first started out in the industry?
Well,
I mean,
those classes was in school during the drama club days. Yeah.
you know, I had the privilege of having you as my acting teacher for a while.
No, I'm co-actor.
yeah.
Come on.
When was this?
Before I started my first Chinese acting gig, Yan Yan had a workshop, so I went for it, and you were so good. And this was without any formal training at all.
Oh no! At the time, I already been through my performing arts school. Of course, I after a few years, working in theatre and working in TV in Singapore, I've decided to go into training for 3 years. That was a 3 years course in Singapore. I was very lucky. I met with my mentor, Ko Pao Kun. He did a play with us, the young actors, and he actually spent half a year, 6 months, rehearsing with us at the same time teaching us. And so after the play ended, he said, actually, I'm going to set up a school. Would you like to study? I was such a late bloomer. I have no idea. Actually, you can go to a performing arts school to learn how to act. So I went for the audition, and then he said, "Oh, come. Okay, we have decided to accept you as a student." And I said, "But I have no money." He said, "Don't worry about it. Just write me your CV, and then I'll write you a recommendation letter to get a scholarship." That's how I started my acting school. Yeah.
So at what age? You said you were a late bloomer. At what age did you go for your performance art?
I was already 23 years old. Yeah.
Still really young, relatively.
Yeah, but I was the youngest in the class. But acting schools usually is after high school, like 18, 19 years old. But I'm very lucky. I'm late bloom enough to go into performing arts school. And then for 3 years, we studied like monks. Our class starts at 7. We do Tai Chi, and then we will do all kinds of classes. We have acting classes, voice classes, we have body training classes. We even have Peking opera, Wayang Wong from Indonesia, Prasanatyam, and we also have we have no theatre from Japan. So it's all these trainings, and because we were the first batch of the students, so I consider myself the white rat. So we were in experiments. There's a lot of experiments going on. The thought behind it when my mentor set up the school was to find the Asian way of performing. Yeah. So that's how I started really working very hard towards the crowd. Yeah.
So then when you taught Bel, you had
Yeah.
your own acting school already, or?
No.
That was
That was actually a class in preparation for a TV series that we were working on later on.
How well do
Yeah.
you remember that time teaching Bel? Oh, you tried to not to think about it because it was very traumatic, is it?
No.
Horrible.
All of us are born actors. We are born when we were babies, when we can't communicate with our language. We actually communicate with our body, with our emotions, But as we grow, there's a lot of conditions that was putting on ourselves, and then slowly, actually in acting class, one of the most important thing is to slowly shed off, just take all this burden and all these shades of protections off you, so that when you are in front of camera, when you are with your co-actors, you are vulnerable enough to show who you are and who this character is. Yeah. So I think that
yeah.
yes.
Go ahead.
Please go on. No, it's okay.
Do you think it is important for an actor to get all these formal acting classes, or get actually just some lesson on acting before they actually go into acting?
I think yes and no. When we go for training, at the same time, when we finish training school, doesn't mean that you are already like a super actor or something like that. You still have to learn along the way at work. I think it's a kind of way of life. It's your observations, your imaginations towards life, towards the environment, towards yourself, towards the character, towards so many things that has to do with your own life, your life experience. It all adds up as an actor, I would say. Yeah.
So you did your performance classes in Singapore and you never left.
Yeah, something like that. No, I came back to Malaysia for a few years. I came back to Kuala Lumpur because I'm from Johor. I'm not Johor, so it's not like far away from me, right?
Yeah.
So I went to KL for the TV series The Iron Lady. That was the first chance I had to work for more than a month in Kuala Lumpur. Before that, I actually had a chance. I think I'm a very, very lucky person, very lucky actor, because before this, I get to work with Yasmin Ahmad. Yeah, that was a very short project, very short time. I did Mualaf with her.
Ah, right.
Yes, I was playing a tiny role called Cindy. Yeah, but I don't even recognize myself now.
I have to watch that again, man. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. I was a girl who's working in a pub. Yeah,
Okay.
who scolded Sharifah. So that was the first time I came back to Kuala Lumpur to do acting gig, and then after that I get a chance to do the TV series on NTV7, The Iron Lady. That was the first time actually to live in KL for more than 3 months. Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that, I decided to stay in KL for a few years. I think I lived in KL until I got pregnant. Yeah. So then eventually we decided to settle down in Singapore. Yeah.
Why was that?
Why
Was
was
it
that?
better for your career?
Because I think at the same time, my husband, his base is here too. So
Yeah.
I think it's easier for the family to be together. And at the same time, I also need my mom to help, which is nearer for my mom to come and help me. Such a selfish person. But
Working moms, you've got to have your support system.
No, actually, I think it's like
Mom.
because your kids want to see their grandmother all the time, right?
yeah, moms are greatest, So I think at the same, I waited like how to balance my work life and my family life. So eventually I settled down in Singapore. Yeah.
Now, since then, you've won both Best Supporting Actress in 2013 and Best Actress in 2019 at the Golden Horse Awards. This is the Chinese Oscars
Right.
equivalent.
Okay, yeah.
So how important were these recognitions to you as an actress?
I think it's big encouragement, and also it's also one of the biggest things to get recognized, given an award, is to give our parents, something that they feel like, oh, okay, I think my daughter is doing well. Because I think Asian parents are skeptical towards having a son or a daughter in performing arts, or working in the media industry. They get worried. I think my mom's heart is a bit more settled after she understands that actually I can treat this as a profession. I am a professional actor. She's just worried that eventually you starve. Asian parents will have this kind of thought.
Was she very supportive of you when you decided to become an actress?
No,
Not at all.
She dreaded the idea of me going into an acting school.
What did she want you to be? A nurse.
What? Well, she'll be very happy if I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
She'll be very, very happy. When we're younger and we're not very sure about what we want in our life, and I think I used about 15 years to tell them that I'm fine. Please please let me do what I like.
15 years to convince them, yeah?
Yeah, I think I'm a very headstrong and determined little girl.
So when you won at the Golden Horse Awards, your mom was like, "Oh, she's not wasting her life." Did you feel that way?
Yeah, maybe for my mom probably that way. Yeah, but for me, I think Golden Horse Awards and all these awards that I got recognized for, I think it shows when I win the awards, the lights are all on me, right? But to me, it really is the work of everyone. I can't do it all by myself. It's the whole teamwork that brings me to everywhere, every corner in the world that show my films and get recognized. So I think it's so important to understand that in our region we do have talent. We are not less than any country in this world. I think that is something I really, really like to repeat in every interview I go to. You really, I can't have my own light, I can't have my own camera, I can't write my own script, I can't, all this teamwork and all this heart and soul that they put into one work that shines. And that work, they deserve all the recognitions too. Yeah, everyone will deserve recognition.
Now, you won both the awards at the Golden Horse working with director Anthony Chen.
Yeah.
How important is the role of the director in sort of helping the actor perform the best that they can in a movie?
It's very interesting. I was just listening to one of the nominees for this year's International Emmys, Glenda Jackson. I was listening to her interview. She's a 2-time Oscar winner. Wow.
And you're up against her?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm curious. So I went to listen to her interviews, and she's such a legend. She started in theater, she did films, and she also worked in TV, and she's still working and in her 80s now. And I really look up to her. And then she was talking about how I lost my thoughts.
Director.
How Anthony helped you? Yeah.
I think she said it's important to have a director who knows what they don't want.
What they don't want.
What they don't want. You are lucky to have a director who knows what they don't want. Yeah.
Meaning
so
what exactly?
I think it's we will try to create, we will try to throw in ideas, a lot of ideas and thoughts, and while we're performing, we will sneak in certain thoughts and things like that. And when a director sees maybe that's something that he doesn't want, he could tell you that. Very, very quick you get a response, and you get a very clear direction to work with in the show. Because we are a component of a big machine. The whole film is a big machine, so the component, when it's at the right place, then the whole thing can run smoothly. I think this is something like this morning's inspiration for me, to work with a director who knows what he doesn't want. Then I get a chance to create too, and he get a chance to eliminate the creations to the best bits that we wanted. I think this is worth experimenting. Maybe at the next job that I'm gonna work in, and I'll just experiment on this.
Experiment with the director, like see whether you know what.
When I'm working, I'm always in experiments. We will try new ways and always work on some old ways, or sneak in certain thoughts, certain movements, certain things, and later on we will have another discussions. Which part can we do better and which part, maybe we can just eliminate it or something like
That's
that.
interesting because in my mind, I'm thinking the director will have to have a clear idea of what they want, right?
Yeah.
Instead of what they don't want. Yeah.
I think I met directors like this who didn't have very clear idea of what they want, but they have very clear idea of what they didn't want.
Yeah.
And so it also gives space for actors to initiate, give space for actors to create, to co-create at the same time. When we have a guidance as a script, the script is like a guide. It's like a broad picture, and then the details needs us to slowly fill in, and those details are the ones that I love to experiment on.
But the thing is with Anthony Chen, like,
Mhm.
wait, I worked with him twice. I got an
Yeah.
award twice. And then he's the kind of guy that says, I don't want this. So next time, the first thing you see a new director, okay, what don't you want?
So I think it's a process. It's always a process. The process is always a process of discovery. When you start to go into a character, you slowly take your time to discover who is this person. I think the whole team is discovering the camera angle, is also discovering the lighting, and the process is always the most fascinating thing to do. The end result, we will wait till like after the editing, after everything, but the process is always those that we could change, we could play with, we could enjoy.
Now, speaking about experimenting,
Yes.
you were actually pregnant at the time you were performing in Ilo Ilo, your first film with director Anthony Chen.
Yes.
And the last part of the movie, I would have to say, it's like life imitating art and art imitating life.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more, JD doesn't
Yeah,
know,
what?
about why you decided to include your own childbirth in the end of the movie?
Wait, what?
There's a big story behind this Ilo Ilo casting. Because actually, when I came to Singapore for the casting, I was working on a TV series with you, Bel.
Okay.
So I have an off day, something like that, and the director was in Singapore, and I said I could fly over to do the audition with you. At the time, I was not pregnant, and then I came and do the audition. He was very happy and said, "Yes, I've decided you will be playing this role, this mother's role." And I said, "Okay, that's great." And because of something happened, we had to delay the whole shoot for about a year or half a year, something like that. And then one day I just realized, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh.
Okay.
So the first person I called is actually the director.
Mhm.
And I called him, and he was living in London. And I called him, and then he said, I said, I'm pregnant. And he goes, oh, okay. And then he hang up the phone. And the next morning he asked his wife, did someone call me in the middle of the night and said she's pregnant? So she called me back. He called me back and said, oh, you're pregnant. I don't think I can use you anymore.
Oh,
Like,
no.
"Oh, okay. Why don't we talk about it when you come back to Singapore? Let's meet up and let's have a chat." So we meet up, and I chatted with him, and then I told him, actually, I've seen doctor. Doctor said it's good. It will be good if I can continue to work. If it's not straining work, it's fine for her, fine for me. And then he said, oh, but I'm still worried. What if something happened to you since it's your first pregnancy? La la la. I said, okay. You know what? The last line I wrote to him was that if you look for a new actor now, it's a risk. If you use me, it's also a risk. Why don't you just use the risk on me? You put the risk on me, just try it, give it a try. So he went back and considered for about a month or two, I think.
Wow.
During that period of time, if I have chance to show him new clothing, if I'm fitting something, then I'll show him, see, my tummy's not big, it's fine, I can just be a bigger size mommy, it's okay. And then a month later, he said, I've decided to change the script. I'm going to incorporate the pregnancy into the script.
Wow.
So, yay!
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think I got relaxed after that. I put on 30 kilograms before I started shooting.
Not eating.
I just got like, I'm so hungry now from this moment on. Let's eat.
You're like, why couldn't you make this decision 2 months earlier? Right? I could have started eating.
Okay.
So,
So now that you've been written in as a pregnant mother,
yes.
but I mean, who decided to add that whole childbirth, your
Well-
actual childbirth scene into the movie as well?
Well, that's the thing when you meet crazy directors like him, and they would just call me one day and say, hey, I have an idea. Can we shoot you giving birth? I'm like, let me check with my husband. I said, let me check with my husband, and I called my husband and he said, oh, that'd be good. It's a good memory for our child. I'm like, okay. I've never tried this, but we can always try. So he started to have meetings with my gynae. So he meets my gynae more than my husband.
To plan shots, is it?
Exactly. No, and also the first thing the gynae told him was that you have to go on YouTube and search for videos. If she has to go for a C-section, you have to watch the C-section videos over and over again for a while, because there is cases people just faint or something in the room.
Right.
So you have to get used to it. So the director went, and also he have a camera woman. He arranged a camera woman to come into the delivery room with me, and so I gave birth in Johor. So when I was going into labor, I called him. He came back. I think he came back from London. I called him in Singapore. I said, I think it's time. So he was in the middle of a dinner, and he quickly packed everything, called his assistant, called his camera woman, and quickly rushed down to Johor, and we shoot.
Wait, but this is obviously one take though. You can't do multiple takes, right?
Well, he better make sure it's a one take.
Wait, cut. You're not showing enough emotion. You haven't got how much more emotion you gonna have? Oh my god.
That was the best, I tell you. When I watched Ilo, and I was like, is that really her giving birth? And then I asked you, and then you said yes.
That is brilliant. Oh my god.
I was blown away.
That's awesome.
Now, Yan Yan, out of all the characters, right, that you've played in TV series, in movies, do you have a favorite character?
Do I have a favorite character? I actually enjoy my character in The Iron Lady. I'm ruthless. I love it. I do everything I want. I decide everything I want, and I'm a matriarch. So I actually enjoyed her a lot. I enjoy the mother in Ilo. She's so real. She's so fun to be with. Actually, she's a bit stressed, but she's all in all, she's still a fun person to be with. So I do enjoy these two very contrasting characters, very extreme. One has no control. The Ilo mother, she had no control of her life at all. The other one has total control of her life. Yeah.
When you say it's like
I'm quite
when you say I enjoy being with her, right? It's like, do you see your character as someone else, or
yes, I do.
yourself?
I do. When I'm thinking about them now, they are someone else. They have the element of Yan Yan in them. They also have no element of Yan Yan in them. Oh, totally. Yeah. So it's not when those 4 months when I was doing the Iron Lady, when I spoke to my friends, my costume designer later on, she said, I really don't want to get near to you on set.
Wow,
It's
really?
scary.
Wow.
Really? I didn't even realize that.
But is it only when the director says action, or even in between shots you're still stone cold?
I think that was the first time I was with the character for more than 4 months to 5 months. I was still too close to home. So
Right.
I think at the later part of the shoot, I was totally in it. So even when it's not camera action. The way I talk to people, I sound like a matriarch.
Like, get this
Sound
for
like
me.
a big buff, girl.
But what would you say is your dream role that you haven't gotten yet? Like, is there a particular role that you really want to play?
Not exactly actually, but I do enjoy classical play. I mean, I haven't done classical play for a long time. More than 10 years I haven't done any classical play. So yeah, I would love to visit some of the classical plays if I have chance to. Yeah, whether it is dream role, I think for now is still the play that I've done before by Chao Yu. It's called Thunderstorm. I played this lady called Fan Yi. So I played her when I was in my 30s. Now I'm in my 40s, which is closer to her age. Actually, I hope I have a chance to revisit it. I think, yeah, it's a
What was it
very,
about that
very-
character that you enjoyed?
I think I did a horrible job. Because I just want to revisit it. I just felt like I would like to visit her again. Yeah, to understand her world, to understand her, to know that the sufferings that a woman will go through during those period of time. Because after the play, I went to Shanghai, and then I realized, oh my God, the imaginations in my head and my heart are different from the exact houses, the environment that she was living in. So yeah, I just probably wanted to have a chance to revisit her.
To try and see whether you can play her better now.
Yeah, we can understand her better, I think.
Okay. Now, speaking of China, do you have any plans to move on to China Wood, perhaps?
China would.
Yeah. Or Hollywood, maybe that's in your plan.
Plans are always made, but whether it succeed or not, it always takes time to realize. I think it is the period of time that is slowly moving on because of the pandemic. The good and bad of pandemic. A lot of things was stopped. A lot of things was coming to a halt. But at the same time, I can do an interview far away with you. There's two ways of looking at it. So I think everything is still in the midst of moving on slowly. So I don't see why not try different genre of film, different country, different ways of working. I really enjoy working in acting jobs.
So anywhere that gives you the opportunity.
Yeah, whether it's a film, TV, theater play, it's a play, and yeah, I just enjoy them. After a half a year of
Break.
24/7 with my daughter, the balance again. I need to find the balance.
Yeah.
I need to weigh it. How to go on in this very difficult time. Which is interesting. I actually made a short commercial thing for Golden Horse Award while I'm in Singapore. For the directors in Taiwan, and so we do after every shot we will send him videos and then he will watch, and then that's how we finish the shoot. It could be a new way of shooting. We never know.
Yeah.
We're discovering, experimenting all the time.
Exactly. We are it was the first time we had to record a radio show from home as
We were
well.
like, how's this gonna work, man? Geez.
Yeah.
We worked it out, yeah.
Very interesting, very fun experience to be able to do many different types of work at home.
Yeah.
But of course, the bad thing about it is we have to change our habits. We change the way we behave. We change, and it's a big impact for an actor, because a lot of the trainings that I got through is about body contact. And then how with this body, the lack of, and we have to follow the 1 meter distancing.
SOPs, yeah.
Yeah, SOPs. How does it affect my body? I'm still discovering.
Okay. Now, speaking of your daughter,
Yeah.
has being a mom changed you as an actor or as a person?
Has being a mom changed you, Bel?
Definitely.
Wow.
As a
this is a
person.
team here right now. Wow.
As a person, it has changed me. But I think as an actor, I guess you can use more of the life experiences, I guess.
I think maybe the biggest biggest realization as a human would be I finally understand what is unconditional love. I finally understand. I don't think I would understand. I would, experience it. Yeah. So after I had a kid, and then I just realized, wow, actually I can do anything for you. I it's not a decision, but I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. But being an actor, it's the balancing that I need to play. How to get the balance of not missing the time of the child growing up, and also not missing what I love as an actor, what I enjoy being a working mom. So this is something I don't think I'll be able to balance up until my daughter turns 21 or 18. Gosh.
I like that. Yeah, unconditional love. You finally feel like, oh, this is what love feels like, right? Yeah. And you can project that as well in your eyes, in your acting, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe I think when I take photos, especially when I look at the photos that when we do eye to eye contact, always I just like, who the hell is this woman? This looks so different, so soft, so much
Motherly.
love. Yeah, so much love coming from the eye. Yeah.
So different from the Iron Lady.
Yes. I love it too.
Do you think you would allow your daughter to become an actor too if she
If
wanted
she
to?
wants to. If she
Yeah.
wants to. The only condition I give her is don't give up. If you decided to do something, just do to the, at least do it for 5 to 10 years. Then you will see whether you are able to do your best. So I always tell her, I will support you in doing anything, but the key is not to give up. When you meet difficulties, then just repeat. You do it again. You learn from mistakes. And she will repeat it to me. Mommy, it's okay that you get it wrong. You will learn from mistakes.
Who knows? She might become a nurse.
Yeah,
the
why
mom's
not?
dream, right?
That'll be good. That'll be great. That'll be great.
Yan Yan, what's your advice then to up and coming actors, I guess? Like, how does one become a good actor and get nominated in an international award?
Yeah, man. What's it feel like?
What's your advice?
Maybe this is also another inspiration from other actors. Treat your job like your last job. Like it will be the last time you get to work. Work your ass off. Really, really. Probably after this job, you will not get any more jobs. That's Meryl Streep plus Glenda Jackson. Meryl Streep and Glenda Jackson said that, not me. and I really admire this too. And this is something I would do. Do the best you can in every job that you've got, because you never know whether you get another job or not.
What's it feel like to be nominated for an award like this, though, an Emmy?
Actually, I was not. I wasn't expecting it at all, because the series called Invisible Stories, my segment is only half an hour. Yeah, it's actually short series. It's only 6 episodes, and every episode is a different story. And my segments only half an hour. So I know they went to submit for the competition, but I wasn't expecting anything. So when the reporter called me, I was like, what did you say? She said, give me a minute, let me go online and check it out. And I saw my name. I was quite excited. I was very, very excited. Yeah. So so she said, go quickly, give me a quote. I was like,
I didn't even know I was nominated, right?
like, thank you very much. I'm very excited now.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. I'm very excited. Yeah, that it's always fantastic to be able to be nominated, and also it introduces me to great actors, different actors, the actors that I've never met before, like Glenda Jackson. I've never seen her work, and now I'm very curious. I would watch her films, I would watch her work. Yeah, and she was I was like, wow, it's inspiring. Always get inspired.
All right. Well, all the best then, Yann Yann. We're rooting for you. Let's hope you're the first Malaysian to win an Emmy Award. Oh,
So exciting.
so excited. And all the best. And
the result will be out on the 23rd
of November.
I think the ceremony will be 24th daytime. I think morning time online. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yes.
we can't wait for that.
Yeah, man.
All the best and good luck.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much.